What is on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're back on the Miata. This is going to be a little interesting video for you guys. So today we're going to actually teach you guys, or show you guys, at least my way of what I do when I buy a new car. So here's the Miata. We're going to take you through some steps of what I do, at least when I buy a new car. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you guys my list real quick. This is what I usually do. So coming over to my board, don't mind that, it's for my BMW. So here's my list I usually go through. So number one, I'd look at the current problems that it has. 2, oil change, then I go on to a coolant change / flush. Then I go ahead to the brake and clutch fluid. And then finally with the power steering and a full detail on the car. So we're gonna go ahead and follow these steps one by one, just how I list them out. So starting with number 1, I'm gonna go ahead and see what the current problems are. What I've noticed is this car has a valve cover leak, which you can maybe see over here. Might be better with a little flashlight. But over here is where it was leaking. I gave this a quick wash on the hood and everything, so it might be cleaned up. But it was leaking here onto this manifold area, and it started smoking a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and change the valve cover gasket. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that real quick. I'm gonna make a separate video of how to do it actually properly, like step by step. And as well, I'm gonna be painting this this engine cover. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that on a different video. But for the quick version, I'm gonna show you guys me taking it off, putting the new one in, and yeah. Alright guys, it's a brand new day, but we're back on finishing this Miata, on what you do on your new car. But for our 4th step, as we have is brake and clutch fluid, which is what we have right here. So this is all you really need for brake and clutch. But you usually want to do this after you've done your basic, oil and coolant change, because those are your most important stuff that you want to do. So after your oil, coolant, then you can do your brake and clutch fluid, which once again, this is my method. And then lastly, you could check your power steering if it really needs to be done, or you can wait off. And lastly, a good detail. She is up in the air. 2 jack stands in the front, which is all we really need. Now we can get to working. So obviously, first things first, gotta pop the hood. So now what you want to locate is your brake and clutch fluid reservoir. We'll go ahead and start with brake anyways, which I believe is this. So go ahead and open this up. So next things next is to you pretty much want to like squeegee or suck this all up to put it in an old can or whatever, just so you don't keep bleeding old fluid through. But whatever is specified, I know here on the cap it says .3, so if you want to, go ahead and .3. But I've done some research, and .3 and 4 are basically both universal for this Miata, and it's acceptable to use it on the brake and clutch. So we're gonna go ahead and use .4, which is what I have. But first, we're gonna go ahead and suck this all up. So here, I just have a plastic water bottle that we're gonna go ahead and use. So, like I said, you just wanna suck it all up. You really want to try and get everything, because you don't want to mix too much fluid with the .4 and the .3, which is what I'm guessing what this has, .3. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of brake fluid, just so hopefully, mix it around a little bit more, and then eventually I'll be able to suck more up. Just like that, we are done. As you guys can see, nothing left in the system, and it looks pretty clean. So we're going to go ahead and refill it. And there you go. As you see, I have it a little bit above max, because we are going to be bleeding it, so eventually fluid will go down. But that is what your fluid should look like. And this is what the Miata had. So pretty disgusting, but that's why we changed it. Now lastly, what you want to do is, you might need a 2-person job for this, unless you have a special adapter. But anyways, you want to do bleed the brakes in this formation: right rear, right front. To left front, pretty much furthest away from the driver's side. But to do so, you have to take these wheels off. So after you're taking your wheel off, like so, you can come up in here. As you can see, this is the bleeder screw right here. Just lift this little cap off, maybe. There we go. And basically you untie this, and you need to have somebody over there in the front passenger seat. You need to have, in the front driver's seat, you just want somebody pressing down on the brakes so they maintain pressure. And then once they maintain pressure, they hold the brake, you release, fluid comes out, and you keep doing so until it turns liquid. Say hi.
Hi. What do I do?
So then all you gotta do, nope, brake, we're doing brakes. So, 3 to 4 times press down and then hold it down. You know the drill? You know the drill?
Yes. Okay.
And then you loosen up, more fluid goes.
I don't like that.
Wow. Again. Just like that. Throw your dirty fluid. And repeat 3 more times. Here, there, here, and then there. Now as for the clutch fluid, which we're going to be doing at the same time as the brake. So literally it's just right next to it. Very dirty. Okay, we'll have to clean that later. Set that off to the side. And as you can see, pretty much the same color, pretty black. So we're gonna go ahead and scoop that up now. Now we can finally refill it for the last time. There we go. What's going on, guys? So I'm here. I know I'm in different clothes and whatever, but the Miata is in the background right here in the garage. But basically I'm here to say that I'm finishing the video here. As I guys showed you, here's my method / list of how I do things. So once again, we'll go over thoroughly. So correct problems, you want to fix all the problems that it has, right? That's what we did with the valve cover. And we kind of just spiced it up a little bit by painting it as well. And then we did an oil change. The reason why I didn't show you guys an oil change on this is because it's already recently been done. And I know that for a fact, so I don't really need to do it again when I'm going to be selling the car very soon. So anyways, oil change can be really found on like any car on YouTube. So if you guys have a problem, just search it up on YouTube. So it's really simple. Coolant change, I also just checked the coolant and it is like fresh. So there's no reason to do that either. That's why I didn't do these two. And for my brake and clutch, you guys saw how muddy and disgusting it was. So we did both of those actually. So now they're crystal clear. Power steering, usually power steering, I would recommend to replace when it's leaking or when it's making funny noises or any of that sort. They don't go bad as much, but also doesn't hurt to replace it. And lastly, a detail, which I don't know why, but I completely forgot to record. But we did a whole buffing and polish on this car from the whole front to the rear. So this thing is brand spanking new and it looks absolutely fantastic. I know it still has its minor defects, like right here and whatnot, from a little bit of paint chip right there. But honestly, guys, that's about it. So this is literally the method I use every single time I buy a new car. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna miss the Miata, but it's time to move on to some bigger thing. So catch you guys later.